So Fruit Crown, one of the suppliers for fruit for Jeni's, happened to be in town for a meeting with them, and they had mentioned Jeni's had that we had done work with them, so they stopped by to talk to us and introduced each other, and we ended up working on a couple projects with them, and they asked us, do you have anything upcoming? And I said, not really. They said, well, you guys should do a collaboration with Jeni's and do Bramble Berry Crisp beer. I said, that's a really great idea. So it took a little bit of finagling and back and forth between our people and theirs, but ultimately this beer is the result of all that. So fruit, it was really easy, so it was exciting. Instead of trying to replicate what they do, we actually used the same fruit as they did, which was really cool. So yeah, it came off, in fact, they took it off the same production run as Jeni's for their Bramble Berry Crisp. The hard part was there's brown sugar in that crumble, and if you put that in ice cream, it just turns into, or in ice cream, in beer, it ends up just being rocket fuel. So we found out about this really cool Indian sugar called jaggery that produces this smooth, creamy mouthfeel and gives like some caramelly notes. And that's kind of the secret ingredient to this that gives it that viscous mouthfeel that kind of approximates ice cream and that texture. You can see, color-wise, pretty much nailed it. It really does, I think, in terms of all the beers that we've done in collaboration with them, this is the closest that we've come to replicating exactly what they do in a pint. Our pint and their pint are closely aligned. I think ice cream and beer, if you hadn't done it before, it's a really interesting process, but I think both of them are a lot more complex than might first appear. Sort of with beer, you get, it's cold, it's fizzy, and you start with that premise. But then as you drink it more and your palate adjusts to those things, you taste all the nuances underneath. And I feel like Jeni's ice creams are the same way. It's like, yes, it's cold, it's sweet, it's creamy, but then your palate adjusts to that and you start tasting all the nuances underneath. And I feel like, we've done a lot of these beer and ice cream tastings, and everyone loves it here. Like, everyone comes running whenever we get all these pint samples, but there's so many things that you can do in terms of, you can have beer that amplifies the flavors of the ice cream can amplify the flavors of the beer. You can have a beer that acts as a palate cleanser. They can be complementary, contrasting, you can play off flavors, textures. It's just, there's a lot there, and it's something we really enjoy. Yeah, certainly we would love to do something a little bit more wintry, I suppose, or not even necessarily wintry, but a little bit more robust than lighter berries and fruits that we've done in the past. They've got a number of things that would play really well. Blackout chocolate cake. I think we've tried to do something very similar with something like Dunked, where we're introducing chocolate flavors in a number of different ways. And they do the same thing in that ice cream. So I think it would be really interesting to do something with a lot of their dairy-free ice creams, in terms of them using a coconut milk base, because that's certainly something that at least I've tried to be more cognizant of, is not using lactose in some of these heavier dessert-style beers for people that are lactose intolerant. And it provides an extra challenge, but also it's cool to flex different muscles when you're trying to design beers like that.